Good morning or good day. It's Wednesday, 23rd of May 2018. Like every business day, welcome to Real-Time Daily Trading Ideas. We have 5 days a week, 5 different traders. We will speak about trading ideas, strategies, market screening, and maybe 1 or 2 questions from your side directly answered in our webinar. Our goal is quick and smart, but for that daily, so let's have a nice start like every day. We will start like every day, of course, with our disclaimer. Forex and CFDs are leveraged products and can result in losses that exceed your deposits. If you're a starter, please start with a demo account to make yourself familiar with long trading, short trading, leverage trading, and your personal risk management. If you'd like to read the full disclaimer, just visit one of our web pages, for example, admiralmarkets.com, and you will find everything written down there. This is me. My name is Jens. I'm the German guy from Admiral Markets. We are a big international broker with over 18 country offices, so I'm the German guy. My English, made in Germany, but hopefully some of my quality too. But I'm not the main speaker. The main speaker is the day trader of today. This is our scheme. On Monday, it's Jay's day. On Tuesday, it's Paul's day, like today. On Wednesday, it's Giancarlo's day. On Thursday, it's Dinner's day. On Friday, it's DX day. Our leading day traders live every business day to the same time. And of course, if you like to trade Forex and CFDs, you will get many benefits only with Admiral Markets. For example, DAX 30, one of our bestseller, typical spread of just 0 to 8 points. Mini lots trading, MT4, MT5, it's your choice, and many, many more. Check all them out on admiralmarkets.com. There you will find also something about our regulatory background and how to contact us. You can call us, you can send us email, or visit the other channels like YouTube or Facebook. Usually, all our webinars are recorded and a couple of hours later to find on our YouTube channel. Thanks for now. And now it's time for Giancarlo. Hi, good morning, good day, Giancarlo. What's your view to the markets today?
Good morning, gents. Good morning, traders. Today is a very interesting day because we have started the European session with a great increase of volatility. Until to start to analyze my preference for today, I would like to remember some important macro data for today. First one, we have to remember that this afternoon we have very important data in Europe. We have consumer confidence flash and new home sales. And the same time, always as Wednesday, it's typical, crude oil stocks change. The most important meeting of today is FOMC minutes. It means that Federal Reserve opened the minutes of the last meeting, and of course the investor try to understand the process of hike rates. So we expect a lot of volatility, especially in American stock for tonight. Now we start, of course, with Standard & Poor 500 because today, yesterday, the inflation and geopolitical concern pressure the Standard & Poor, and we have assist yesterday and this morning at high volatility. So as you remember, I have spoken last Wednesday about this very important resistance in 2742. The market has respect this zone, and now we are very near to break out the 2700. If we break out this very important support, because of course is made by smart money, as I have put with the green rectangle. If we break out this zone this afternoon, we can assist and a strong sell-off with the first target in 684. The most important support, of course, remain the same zone of breakout of last week. If we lose with decision and strong volatility and volumes, we can assist from 680 at a new minimum, new target near 653, 670. This is the first zone. We can tell that now we can assist at the new correction, new not sell-off but strong correction in the market. So we have to maintain a strong attention, because maybe we stay in this situation for 1 or 2 weeks. The only condition, of course, to open the road of bullish trend is to break out this zone. If we don't do this, we can expect at least this week the touch of this zone, and until we don't break out this zone, it's impossible to open a new bullish trend until the retest the maximum of here. So we have so for today I strongly suggest to maintain the high attention in Standard & Poor, because in case Standard & Poor start a new sell-off this afternoon, of course we can have a new minimum in the other index. So I would like to remember that Trump yesterday comment about the meeting with China about trade war, and don't give courage to investor, because his word is very uncertain. It's not simple to understand the mind of USA president. So could be very important to take a look what's happened tonight, because with Fed minutes we can have a new pressure in the market, because the central bank, as we know, is more aggressive in raising rates and try to stay ahead of inflation. So pay attention to volatility. I know that all traders love volatility, but I don't suggest to work during this moment, because we need a lot of experience, and of course we have a lot of slippage for high volatility. So take a care tonight, and of course when we'll have an open on a European session. Now I'm going to speak about OC, because in the last webinar, some of traders asked me and to analyze this pair. So I'm very happy to give my opinion. We know that we have a strong sell-off from January. The strong bearish trend is maintained this this trend, but we have a very important psychological resistance that is collocated here between 0.7581, 0.76. We can of course imagine, and we can of course think about a stronger pullback. But before to start to think to buy, we have to understand what will happen tonight, because it's not so simple for OC have a reversal until this very important resistance here between 0.77, 0.7761. Of course, in this moment we have a lot of noise. So the market could continue to struggle with the problem of high interest in American, and if for example, if we have a little thing of meet between the position of USA and China, but the trade war, we can assist of course at a rally of Australian dollar. The OC remain short in this moment. Of course, we have oversold, but the problem is related from interest rate differential with the Federal Reserve. The dollar for now is maintaining, it's very high, it's very strong, but if we have, as we can start today, a strong correction of market, we can expect it, of course, at pullback. I suggest to take a strong attention at this resistance. In case of a strong breakout with long candle, a good volatility, we can expect at least a good long trade of 100, 200 pips. But if we lose this zone, we can start to touch. We can start a new downtrend with the most important support of this moment is collocated here, 0.7270. Just to take a look at the chart, so you can understand how is important this zone. Of course, the prices recognize this zone of 0.74 in this moment, but we don't have any sign of pullback, of breakout of this zone. So my suggestion is to wait what's happened here. We have to take a look due to FOMC tonight if we have a new rally. In this case, we can, of course, if we with the expectation of inflation, we can have a new hike in dollars. So in case we break out 0.7480, we can start we have a great possibility to open a short position. So now I would like to speak about pound, because pound remain very very weak in this moment. We maintain the price in this moment in a very important psychological level between 1.45, 1.33. We can expect, of course, a new minimum today. At least we can touch this very important support here in 1.3281. In this moment, the British pound don't shows, of course, is maintained oversold, but don't show any sign of pullback. So we can imagine, of course, that depend of tonight and what's happened tomorrow after FOMC, we can at least rise some long position if we have a strong breakout of this level, 1.3429. And the most important zone is collocated here between 1.3524 and 1.3478. As you can appreciate, we have here the 50% of figure. So we can imagine at least or a downtrend or fast downtrend here near 1.3277, or and after a strong pullback until this zone. So the macro data of today show a little sign of weakness in inflation. So at the same time, you have to understand that euro dollar as pound, but in general, the European pair is affected from the Italy situation. So until we don't have a government in Italy, it's very complicated to see a strong pullback in euro dollar. Just to take a look, because it's important just to remember that we are very near our smart money zone, 1.1643, and I suggest to open a long position only if we have first one a strong breakout of 1.1720, and of course if we can recover this zone 1.1788. The most important level in this moment is maintaining 1.1859. Could we have at least a pullback until this zone? But take a lot of care if we break out this zone, because but down 1.17, we can start a new downtrend with the first target here, and in extension in the next days, next week, we can touch the famous psychological level of 1.15. I remain in long view for euro dollar in long term, but I cannot. We have to maintain a lot of patience, because the high dollar we can maintain the high dollar at least until summer. So the only important thing is to follow the trend, and is what we have to do. That's all. Now we can take a look at CAD, because as we have petrol today, I would like to spend some minutes about the situation of Canadian dollar. We know that Canadian dollar erase losses for the prices going down, but recover this zone. We have some sign of weakness in the H4 chart. In daily chart, we are in a good situation of accumulation phases. So it's very important to understand after the news of oil of today what we can do. We maintain in trading range between 1.2764 and 1.29. I suggest, of course, to try some long if we have a strong breakout of this zone, but as you can appreciate, in this range is very complicated to have a good trend. So to try at least a swing of a few days. For now, I remain in great possibility of new high for these days. My target is if we have this strong breakout, my target to remain 1.3022, and I suggest to try some short only if we have a great breakout of 1.17 zone. Now we are going to speak, of course, on my favorite index, DAX. The DAX this morning get up with high volatility due to some bad data, but at the same time from geopolitical situation in Europe. We have touched a very important psychological zone between 30,130 and 30,200. This morning we can assist at more of 150 pips of sell-off. So now we have to understand what we have to do in this situation. In daily chart, of course, this candle suggests a lot of care, because we can assist a stronger correction in the market. And now we can speak about the target. The first one, I would like to remember that German is maintaining and in the long term we maintain a bullish trend, but we have to recognize that the one of favorite index in the world maintain a great volatility, so it's complicated sometime to have a good operation if we don't maintain a good risk management. In this moment, I think that we can assist at the start of downtrend. Of course, we have to respect the possibility of pullback. So for today, it's very important to take a look at this zone. If we did not recover the zone of 30,000 and 33, it's very difficult to imagine at least a good long trend in intraday position. In the same time, we can have a new minimum today, but we have to take a look at least at this strong strong breakout of 935. So it's a little complicated to have a good position now, but of course I suggest some important point with our mini terminal to open position. So now I suggest to try some buy stop if we have at least strong breakout of this zone over 31. We can put an order here, and we can have to put the stop over 30 point, and we try to reach at near this zone here in 30,085. Of course, it's a little risk position, but of course now we can assist a strong pullback, and the most aggressive trader can try a long position, because for example here we can try, of course, a good position. Just a moment. Long position with the stop of 30 points, because we have a great possibility to retest the 30,000 point. To have a new down a new downtrend, we expect at least a strong breakout of this zone, and with a stop of 30 points, of course, we can try to reach the 12,850. I don't know if we can have this position today because we have assisted a strong sell-off, but we can have, of course, a good pullback to enjoy during the day. In every case, I want to like to remember for this week that until we maintain the zone, this zone of 850.42, we don't have any risk of a new downtrend. We consider for now this candle just a correction, but of course take a lot of care because with DAX in intraday position or scalping position, we have to follow a correct risk management. I finish with just to take a look at oil. We are very near our target of $73, but for now it's logical to think some pullback because there are a lot of worries between OPEC and Russia about Iranian and Venezuela supply in the great tension in Middle East. So this, of course, could be we could have a great new uptrend if we have a rise of geopolitical tension. But I suggest today to take a look after the news of Wolf past 4 at this point, 71.50. In case we have this breakout, we can have some interesting short position with first target in 71 and in extension between 17.60 and 70. Until we maintain this zone, we don't exclude the possibility of a new uptrend. Of course, I suggest to buy if we have a great breakout of 72.53. Thank you very much for your attention. And I don't know if we have time, but now I am disposal for any question. Thank you.
Time is our limit. Thanks for today. Tomorrow is another day. To the same time with a new day trader. We have 5 days a week, 5 different traders. So hope to see you tomorrow again. All the time, best trades. Greetings from Berlin office. Thanks to Giancarlo. Bye-bye.